Hi, Leo. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate all the love and support. You guys are awesome. If you're new, follow on TikTok and YouTube for me so that I can grow my collectives. I would very much appreciate it. So you guys are super awesome. And all the likes, the comments, the shares really help out too. And it pushes my channels out there so that other people can see the messages too. So thanks for doing that. If you are new, I'm going to pull two of the oracle cards, get kind of like an overall feel of the energy, what's going on with you guys, and then I'm going to pull from the tarot. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, so we'll get into that next. But let's see what message Spirit has from the oracle. So we have By the Book and Serendipity. I love that. Awesome. So By the Book, number 11. Abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, and the law of attraction, the law of thought, and the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Interesting. And then we have number 18, which is Serendipity. I love that card. It's actually a movie. I think it's John Cusack and is it Kate Beckinsale, I believe, that are in it. Anyway, it's kind of like a twin flamey. It's a good movie. You should try it out. So Serendipity. Opportunity allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck, and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. I love that. Yeah, it's definitely like a twin flamey, but it's about like things happening for a reason and things coming together. I feel like you've kind of been focused on doing things by the book, and that is bringing you fruition, and I believe it's bringing things in for you because you have been so focused on your goals and accomplishments that's definitely paying off. I don't really believe in luck. I believe in opportunity, and I believe in things coming in after we've put in the work and the effort. It's, luck to me is things paying off that you have focused on and you have put effort into. So you can call that luck if you wish, but yeah, I really love that. I feel like you've kind of been, going along and doing things by the book, and that's definitely going to bring in something here for you. So let's get into tarot and see what that's about here, Leo. Just kind of putting your head down and following the rules, doing what you're supposed to be doing. And ultimately that pays off because it really does. So let's pull. I do have two other oracle decks out here too that I will pull from at the end to get additional messages out for you. So let's see what we have here. We have the Chariot, 10 of Wands, the Tower, 10 of Pentacles, love it, 6 of Swords, Page of Swords, 9 of Wands, King of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and then underneath we have the 9 of Cups here. So yeah, definitely working towards wish fulfillment. So the 9 of Cups is your wish fulfillment. What is it that you have been calling in for yourself? This is a general reading, so it could be differently for each of you. Have you been calling in love, money, spirituality? Could be all of the above. Ultimate happiness for you. Like, what is it that you have been wishing for and you have been working towards here? So, and also it's about being grateful for what you do have. You may not be where you are. You may not have the things that you have. The things that you have now are not ultimately what you want. Maybe your relationship isn't where you want it to be. Your business isn't where you want it to be. But focusing on having gratitude where you are and keep persevering, like by the book, keep working towards what it is that you do want is ultimately what's going to bring it in. Be appreciative of where you are now for the lessons that you're learning and for that hard work that you're putting in, because that's what's going to bring those things into fruition. So the situation here, or the energy, is the Chariot. So this is about forward movement, momentum, things starting to move forward. It's about moving forward with confidence and determination. It's also about like self-discipline and control. So again, that by the book, that self-discipline, you've been focused on things, you've been staying disciplined with things. So the blockage here though is burdens. Like, you are clearly carrying this 10 of Wands, these burdens. And as a blockage, this can be you refusing to put down the burdens. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? What are you not releasing yourself from? Is this a mindset? Is this a person? Is this a place, a situation? What is this burden that you are carrying that you're not releasing yourself from something here? So the root of this is, the cause of this is change. Tower moment. So I feel like you're not laying down these burdens because ultimately you're fearing this tower moment, or you're fearing the changes that will come when you put down these burdens. You want this forward momentum and you want things to come to fruition, but holding on to these burdens is not allowing for the changes that you need. And that could ultimately cause a tower moment as well. So I feel like, there could have already been a tower moment, and now you're afraid to, or maybe you're not even afraid. Maybe you're not even realizing that you're holding on to burdens and you're not releasing things in order to move forward after a tower moment. It doesn't even mean that the tower moment's coming in. It could have already happened. So in the recent past here, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is like legacy, ultimate happiness, stability, growth. It is about abundance, financial security, like just building that ultimate wealth and abundance for yourself, and like leaving a legacy for others. I feel like this is really what you've been focused on. Again, with this wish fulfillment, I feel like you have been building towards some type of legacy. You're wanting to move towards this 10 of Pentacles energy. You're wanting to build this wealth and abundance for yourself and for your family. And you're really rooted into this. And this can be like focused on your family. This could be about your family. So subconsciously, we have your higher self moving to calmer waters, moving on from what no longer serves you. Again, with those burdens, like, are you staying stuck in a mindset? Are you staying stuck in a place? Are you staying stuck with a person? Like, what is it that you are not moving on from and accepting lessons in your life? And it's also about like giving yourself grace, moving on, moving more towards this calm water and moving into the direction of whatever it is that you do want to call in here. So I just feel like it's moving forward with ease and grace. And then you had the Chariot card, which is about forward movement. So this is about moving forward, but it's also about laying down burdens and moving forward and leaving things that no longer serve you, because you don't want to take those things into this new life that you're building for yourself, this new wish fulfillment. If you go into this with a negative mindset, you're going to ultimately tear it down. Does that make sense? Like, if you get this new beginning and you call in your wish fulfillment, are you going to be sitting in that same mindset and just kind of ruin that for yourself? You want to get rid of those mindsets, learn these lessons and move on from them, so that you don't bring it into this new chapter with you, because you want to start fresh, and you want your wish fulfillment ultimately to work out. You don't want a wish fulfillment to come in and then you lose it because you're not learning the lessons that you need to learn. So in the near future, though, we do have the Page of Swords, which is about new knowledge, new ideas. It is about embracing unique perspectives. It's about being curious and learning. So it's also about like a message from spirit. So I definitely feel like you are moving more towards embracing a new perspective on things, and exploring new things, learning new things. So this could be, you're trying to build a business and you're kind of just really hard on yourself for past experiences, or, you're just sitting in a negative mindset because lots of changes have happened, or maybe, something happened with your business and now you need to look at things from a different perspective and move forward in a different way, however it resonates for you. But there is definitely new curiosity and new exploration coming in here, new ideas coming forward. So your advice from Spirit, we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is about, again, with the burdens. It's carrying burdens, but it's also about like pushing through, persevering. They call this the Wounded Warrior card because he has like this bandage on his head, but this is about facing challenges and overcoming them. And I feel like you are doing that. You are moving on from challenges and lessons, and you're transitioning and changing into something new, whatever that is. Again, with a mindset, with your business, with a relationship, and it doesn't even have to be a love relationship. Maybe it's just a family member that you're moving on from and releasing the burdens from, family members, or whatever that is for you. In your immediate environment, we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, very grounded energy. He's all about wealth and building stability again. So I feel like this is really just, it's the energy that's in your environment right now is about, you're focused on your security, your ambition here, your money, your abundance, ultimately what is going to bring success and secure your wealth in the future. So I feel like that's definitely what you've really been focused on here. And then your hopes and fears, we have the Two of Swords. So you're definitely fearing making a decision, whatever that decision is for you. It could be cutting people out of your life. It could be letting go of a business idea and moving towards something else. But you have to understand too that when you make these changes, you have the serendipity card. So it's going to ultimately bring in this serendipity, this happiness for you. You've definitely been building towards that. Just whatever burdens you're carrying and whatever decision you're not making here, by releasing those burdens is what's keeping you stuck. So this is like a stuck stalemate type of card. It's refusing to make a decision. And it's, you've got that 10 of Wands there as your obstacle. Maybe you're refusing to change. You're refusing to make a decision to change things for yourself. But ultimately, that's going to lead to a tower moment. So don't do that to yourself. Make a decision, because it's going to help move you forward once you do. And then the overall outcome, we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is about being strategic. It is about seeing things in a different way, doing things differently. So ultimately, that's what's going to happen here. You're just going to be seeing things differently, and you're going to be doing things in a different way. And again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. But I feel like you're just you're being more resourceful. Maybe you're leaning on others. Maybe you are going in a different direction with whatever it is that you're trying to bring in here. So again, it's a general reading, so it's going to resonate differently for each of you. But what is it that you've been working towards and you're trying to bring in for yourself? Is that, money, love, whatever it is, all of the above, just you're going to be seeing things from a new perspective, and that's ultimately what's going to move you forward here. So we have beginning. It's a good time to start a new job or a whole new career. Maybe that's what it is for you. Maybe you're afraid to move on and lay down the burden. Maybe you're carrying a lot of burdens at work and you're afraid to start something new. So it's a good time to start a new job or a whole new career. You have creative ideas that get noticed. Build a nest egg for the future. Yeah, that's, these new ideas. Maybe you're going to have some new creative ideas, because that's in your near future. And you're going to be doing things differently. So I feel like things are just going to they're going to change, but it's in a good way. Don't fear the change. Just do things in a different way. Be more strategic. Power position. You're being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. Love that. That's really awesome. Yeah. So definitely a little change up here in the way that you do things. But ultimately, it's going to lead to that serendipity. And also look for the signs. Spirit could be guiding you. They could be giving you messages already, and you're kind of missing them. Maybe you're just not seeing them. You're kind of blinded to things because you're sitting in a negative mindset, or you're refusing to, lay down burdens. So you're not seeing what the messages that Spirit's trying to give to you. Pivot. We all know that one, right? Pivot. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How can you pivot, even just a little bit? Yeah, so just, do things in a different way. Try to be more strategic. Surrender. You're being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion, and it's exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. Yeah. So, release what you can't control, let the universe handle it. I definitely, you're going to be doing things in a different way, more strategically. So, and it has to do with whatever your ultimate wish fulfillment and building this legacy and this wealth. So this could be your career, and this could be something to do with your family. It could be both, your money and your family. But ultimately, changing your perspective and seeing things differently, getting new ideas, you're moving into a whole new direction here, and it will pay off. So definitely look forward to the future, Leo. Things are going to work out for you. Just keep persevering, keep pushing through, and you're going to get there. So I hope that this helps, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.